Hello, the internet, Saffron here. Today they released the next chapter of The Voice of the Cards, which I think is actually a prequel to the previous ones, because if the trailer's any indication that there was like a young Melody card, I'm not positive. My color's goofy here. But anyway, and I'm not expecting anything mind-blowing from this, you know, but I enjoyed the first one, so we're gonna play the second one. So here we go. Hello again, it's nice to see you. Or not see you.
I bid you welcome. I shall be your game master for this tale.
You're not the same guy.
Now then, just like this, I will be using cards to draw you into the world of this story.
Man proclaiming himself to be good heroes and embarked on a journey to slay the dragon. Yeah, we did that already.
You may be presented with choices like this.
Yes. I know how to play a game.
It doesn't mean anything, but still.
I suppose they both probably said failure, but whatever.
Along with all this, I trust? Moving on. I believe your experience of the story will be shaped in no small part by my narration. As such, I hope you'll have rather more fun keeping the sound on while you play. That said, rest assured that the game remains enjoyable without sound. My words will be subtitled just as they are now.
Yes, I want subtitles. I already did that already. Thank you.
With the formalities sorted, we're all ready to begin the game. My. Yeah, you can hear the sound of the waves. Oh, how very evocative. Now then, let's begin our tale.
He's not doing a bad job.
Allow me to welcome you to the world of Voice of Cards.
I like the other guy better. I'm sorry.
You're about to step into the shoes of the hero of this tale as he sets forth on a grand adventure. Said adventure takes place in a remote part of the sea, in which ancient traditions are alive and well. You will touch the hearts of many who dwell in this place as you journey to change fate's promise of untold ruin.
Nah, we can handle it.
I believe in you. I believe your journey will be a success.
I'm sure it will be.
And on that note, it is time for that journey to begin. May the waves see you safely across the tides.
Forsaken Maiden. Okay, thank you. And yes, here we are with
Our story begins in a secluded grotto. The sound of the waves echoes softly across the rock walls. A solitary young man stands in front of a ship floating in the water. Brush in hand, he busies himself painting the vessel. Once he finishes
he has a sword in his hand.
He decides to carve his name into the side of the hull. A finishing touch.
Carve the shipwright's name. Uh-oh. No, Baron is fine. We'll keep it the same, just like we did the previous game. Yes, Baron is fine.
You carve your name in small lettering into the ship. Oh, a handsome name, that.
Why, thank you. It's a handsome name.
This young lad is the hero of our tale, and your window into the world.
Yes.
You're a navigator without a ship, and your soul yearns to set out upon the ocean blue for your own reasons.
I don't know. Apparently he has a ship. Whose ship is he carving his name into otherwise? Somebody's going to be upset.
In the hopes of crafting a partner aboard which you might sail the high seas.
Aha. See, there we go. That doesn't sound good.
The wooden box tumbling to the ground rips through the grotto. You heave a deep sigh and decide to head over to the source of the racket.
Oh, that must be the source of the racket. Find whatever made the noise. Really? Yeah, okay. Okay.
You need to head over to the source of the noise.
No!
So you turn back
I want to look
around.
at my boat. It's my game. I can do what I want, right?
The source of the noise turns out to be a young girl. It looks as though she has knocked over a wooden box, packed with shipbuilding supplies, and is in quite a panic about it. The girl's name is Laddie. You came across her some time ago, collapsed on a beach.
Oh.
You attempted to bring her to a nearby village, but she was quite opposed to the idea for some reason. As such, she has been helping you repair the ship here. You're not quite sure how to respond to her knocking the box over.
What do you say to her? It's okay.
It's okay, you say in a gentle, reassuring tone. Laddie's worried expression melts away, replaced by one of relief. You move to leave the grotto, saying, I'm going to the village to get some food. Laddie waves goodbye, her forlorn smile seeing you off.
She doesn't look,
The
I
young
mean,
woman
she's
has
just got
lost
a
her ability
permanent
to
frown
speak.
on her face.
Neither of you have any knowledge of how she ended up in her situation, and you spend many quiet hours together in the grotto.
Here
The
we
scent of
are.
the sea and a sense of isolation hang heavy in the air. The island is bound for ruin and has had its name since before any can really recall. This is Omega Isle. You take a deep breath and then set out for the nearby Omega Village, which shares the island's name.
Make your way east. Press the options button, perform various actions. Yes, yes, yes. To the east we go. Oh, and look, I think we need to go here. This little glowy card. I think that's where we gotta
You
go.
have arrived near the entrance of the village.
It's Pikachu!
You spy a shadow skulking about in the midst of a thicket. The
Oh.
shadows fall away to reveal a small monster. It's unusual to see one this close to the village. It might be cute, but it's still a monster and a threat. You must slay
I don't
the
know how
beast
something
before
like
it
that can be a
cause
threat.
trouble
What's it
or
gonna do?
worse in the
Sneeze on me?
village.
It doesn't even have a mouth. It can't sneeze.
Fight him off.
Yeah, we'll get him. Yeah, so we've been, if you watch my first playthrough, then yeah, nothing, it doesn't look like anything has really changed here. Critical right off the bat, he's dead. Yay! Easy win, yeah, pretty much. And what is this spirit spire?
An old spire stands tall before you. Alas, there's little reason to go poking around within.
Yes, there is. Because that's what I do. I poke around in things. Whoops, here we go. Yes, we'll enter the village. We'll do what we're supposed to be doing.
Gorgeous flower beds burst with blossoms that will one day wilt and wither away, much like Omega Village itself. This is a village that has accepted its fate to be but a moment in time, destined to fade.
Oh, okay. Yes, make your way to the... Thank you. Let's talk to the people.
An island in want of a maiden shall fall, he mutters, to no one in particular.
Ah. Ah, yeah. Yep, because now we gotta start collecting all the things, because I gotta collect all the cards. So now we've got the aged man and his flip side.
This might be the last time I see this flower bed, the boy says, gazing forlornly at the flowers.
Okay. Yes.
I wish I got to be the maiden, the girl says mournfully, dressed head to toe
Imaginative
in maiden
girl.
garb, and clearly pretending to be such.
Okay. Imagine it's a plain girl story.
A lone woman diligently cleans the grounds of the maiden shrine. windows are closed, and it's too dark to see much inside. All sound seems to fall away.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I already talked to you. Thank you. I suppose I could be jumping. Can I jump? I do the jump. And I suppose we'll get this stuff out of the way, the accessory shop and whatever else.
How may I help you?
Oh!
The proprietor inquires.
They actually have a different person here. We'll leave for now. Yes. Yes. I've played this type of game before. Let's go to my house.
Home sweet home.
Take a rest. No, we don't need to rest right
This
now.
is no time for a nap. You turn around and walk out the door.
Okay, well. And yeah, we'll go to the armor. Whoops. The armorer real
How may I
quick.
help
Oh,
you?
he's the
proprietor
same though.
inquires.
I suppose last time we didn't have an
How may I
accessory
help you?
shop.
The
Hey!
proprietor inquires.
It's him! I can't remember his name from the other game. I just remember the whole muscles thing.
You stop in at the mayor's house and discover that he already has a guest. The two are engaged in discussion. You listen in and learn that they are troubled by monsters that have appeared near the village and have been devouring precious stores of food.
Well,
The
monsters get
villager
hungry
sighs
too.
deeply. I suppose it's about the end for the village, they say flatly before departing the mayor's home.
Well,
The man left standing in the room has a certain sagacity about him. He notices you waiting and inclines his head in greeting. His name is Grief. As the village's mayor, he spends his days dealing with all manner of happenings around town. He looks to be at a loss over the damage being caused by the monsters. It would likely be a simple matter for you to deal with the beasts.
help get rid of the monsters? Like, is he asking? Accept the job, do it, exchange for food. Well, that's kind of the problem though, is the critters are eating the food, right? We'll just accept the
You offer
job.
to deal with the monsters, and Grief replies with his thanks. You're always a big help.
Oh, you're welcome.
This is part of your daily routine. You work to sort out the village's troubles in order to procure food.
You get food anyway. Rid the village of surrounding monsters. Okay. It doesn't seem like there's anything else we really need to discern ourselves with here. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the items or the weaponer, the armorer, the weaponer. Okay then. Hey, look, a monster.
With a sigh, you mutter. Let's get this over with then.
Yes, it's just a little fluff ball anyway.
Don't hold back.
Oh, now there's two of them. Yes. Okay, we don't need to have this. They give you two right away. Add the value roll of attack. So what do I have right now? 11? I mean, whatever, I guess. They've got 3. Yeah, we'll just do that. We got 1 gem. Hey, look at that. That should take more than take care of it. 1 down. Yes, I get the battle basics. They should have had, like, have you played Voice of Cards before? And I had been like, yes. And then they could have skipped all the tutorial BS. Oh, that still should be enough to take it down in 1 hit. Yeah, 13, and then a bonus in 6. Yay, we win. Yep. Yay, leveled up.
With practice skill, you swing your weapon. The blade flashes through the monster's throat.
Gracious.
Merciless. Perfect aim. It would appear that you are quite accustomed to killing. You wipe the blood off your weapon. As you do, you notice a shadow in the distance. Another monster, perhaps?
Now then, how do you get rid of the monster? Well, you kill it. Right? That's what he does.
Silently, you creep up on the shadow and bring your blade down on it with practiced speed. But the shadow nimbly evades your strike and runs off. Whatever the shadow was, it was taken aback by your unexpected assault. It looks like it ran off in the direction of the spire near the village.
Oh, I guess that's where we're going next, huh? Investigate the spire. Yes. No, I don't need to view my cards. Thank you. Whoops, no, I don't want to enter the village either. Jump. My jump function here. There we go. Yes, I guess we'll enter the spire. Maybe I should have bought a weapon first. I think we're fine. I mean, it's like the first area, right?
You stand before the Spirit Spire, said to have been erected to protect the island. Yet with the villagers having accepted ruination, it now stands forlorn, an edifice without a purpose.
Oh dear.
This place, so named for the spirits themselves, is one that the villagers do not enter. Despite this, you say to yourself, I have to get rid of the monster, and decide to profane the place with your presence.
Okay, yep. We gotta flip everything, because that's how it works. A door! Who?
There are some words
whoops.
etched into the door, but they are weathered and difficult to read.
Knock knock. Hey, it's me.
Though you are about whatever the words might say, you nonetheless try pushing the handle. With some protest, the door groans open.
Okay, thank you. Oh. Oh, and this thing.
The shadow of the monster you encountered earlier. Your insight that it had taken refuge in the spire has proven a good one. The shadow notices your presence and flies off at blinding speed. You can't help but admire the rapid escape, though it looks like you're back to chasing after a shadow.
Indeed. I guess it went that way, which means we're gonna go the other way. Because I'm sure there's probably treasures and stuff. Generally there is. Oh, really? No? Huh. Weird. I guess we're going to the second floor. I'm surprised I haven't gotten into a random battle yet either.
You survey your surroundings, relying on the shafts of sunlight filtering in through the windows. However, you're unable to see the monster from where you are.
Okay. Monster, hello. I just want to talk. I just want to talk with the pointy end of my sword. That's all. Oh, there's an altar. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Really? There's nothing? Okay then.
In the back of the large hall, there is an altar, which evinces a sense of deep mystery. The altar is wrought of a strange kind of stone, its surface polished smooth. It looks as though it's meant for use in some important ritual.
Oh, it's a murder altar. You know it
You
is.
approach the altar to check that there are no places for monsters to hide themselves away inside it.
Maiden here? Who's there? Who is
In
that?
reply to the mysterious and unidentifiable voice that suddenly rent the silence, you ask in a sharp tone, "Who's there?"
I spirit.
You strain your ears, trying to make out the broken
Okay.
snippets of words echoing off the chamber walls.
Laddie. Oh, the girl, of
After
course.
speaking a word that rings familiar to your ears, Laddie, the voice becomes impossible to hear. It cannot be. Could you truly have heard the voice of the spirit from the Maiden's myth passed down on the island? All signs of the monster you were in pursuit of seem to have vanished. For the time being, you decide to return to the village and report your success.
I killed 2 monsters and let 1 escape. I guess that's success. Okay. I guess we're done here. I did it! Oh, the girl's there now too.
When you arrive at the mayor's house, there is a young visitor already there. She looks to be making an impassioned request of Grieth. In a wearied voice, Grieth replies, "There is no longer any maiden in our village." Admonished, the girl leaves the house with disappointment written across her expression. You inform the mayor that you've taken care of the monsters around town.
Yep, all 2 of them.
As thanks for completing the
fruit!
job, the mayor hands you a basket of fruit. Oh, good, you think to yourself. Another day, another basket of fruit.
I guess it's better than nothing. Return to the secret grotto west of Omega Village. Okay. As a card, if there's a card, blah, 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 collection, blah, 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 special stories. No, I don't need to view that right now. We'll get to that later when I have all of the things. Okay, well, let's just get out of here then. Back to the grotto. Yes, I know how to jump. I've already been doing it. I've already been doing it, game. Like, if you just asked me if I'd played this before, I'd been like, yeah. And then we can skip all that stuff.
You re-enter the grotto and announce your return. On a normal day, Laddie would already have zipped over to greet you. But today, nothing.
Speak with Laddie. Really? Whoops. There we go.
You walk over to Laddie and discover that she is sound asleep. Life in the grotto is not one of creature comforts. Rather, a fair few inconveniences. You've tried several times to bring Laddie to the village, but she was adamantly opposed on every occasion. You sometimes catch glimpses of her face while she sleeps. Always it is contorted in anguish, as though she is in the throes of a terrible nightmare. You notice a bulky book lying open next to Laddie, filled with carefully drawn words and images. It seems to be some kind of picture book that Laddie made herself.
Perhaps you might like to take a peek?
I
suppose I'm probably supposed to, but let's not.
You can't help but feel like you ought to refrain.
Yep.
But in the
Either
end,
way you're looking.
You cannot overcome your
Illusion of
curiosity
choice.
and decide to take a look at the picture book.
That is one thing about these games too. It really doesn't matter.
Evocative images of deep forests and towering mountain ranges.
They say you have a choice, you really don't.
Patterned after the Maiden's myth. The picture book story is set in a small village replete with nature. The village enjoys the promise of peace and tranquility, thanks to the young woman born to be the Maiden. The Maiden goes before the altar to perform a ritual, which invokes the power of a great spirit to protect the village.
So Mega Village eventually going to be
the artwork.
In the next game it was the medicine village or whatever. I can't think of what it was called.
Think back on the mysterious voice. The voice claimed it was a spirit, and you're certain it spoke Laddie's name. You were so caught up in the thoughts racing through your head that you failed to notice Laddie had awakened. Laddie seems embarrassed that you've seen her book.
See, you're not supposed to peek.
Corners of her eyes. If Laddie,
even if it's harmless,
it would be no exaggeration to call her the very light of hope, a protective force that could save the island from its encroaching ruin. With faint expectation tightening your chest, you consider taking her to the altar in the spire.
We're gonna go someplace fun today, Laddie. We're gonna go see a murder altar.
You've given Laddie some of the fruit you brought back. she dreamily stuffs some of it into her mouth. Maybe she likes it. You hope so. Your stomach rumbles as you watch her. And together, the two of you enjoy a light meal.
Yay, Laddie has joined my party. I had to bribe her with fruit. Yes. Okay. Yes, we're going out. Yep. Thank you. Now we're gonna get into some battles. Actually then maybe we should do a little shopping. I don't know what I have for money or anything. I imagine I don't have much right now. Wait. No, never mind. You know what? We're gonna go in here. We're gonna search. We're probably gonna find some of the stuff we're looking for anyway. So yeah. So we're just gonna go right into this and see what we can find.
You take Laddie with you and return to the spire.
Hey, she has a staff.
As you approach the entrance
Laddie's
of the
beloved,
spire,
if unassuming staff.
the staff that Laddie clutches close begins to emit a faint light. Seeing the mysterious light, you are convinced. Laddie has a deep connection to the spire. Her expression uneasy. Laddie takes hold of your sleeve with a tentative touch.
Okay, guide Laddie to the Spirit Spire's altar. Okay. Yeah, we can just skip any fights.
You stand before the altar once more, bathed in an air of mysticism. The light emitting from Laddie's staff intensifies, as if indicating its destination.
Excellent, the Maiden. Whoa.
In response to the enigmatic voice,
Oh,
Laddie's
sorry, I
staff
wasn't very
assumes
enigmatic.
a dazzling light.
This
A
guy.
spirit appears, well, maybe
It's a
spirit.
puppet.
It's some kind of strange stuffed animal.
I am the spirit. Calf. Calf.
The stuffed toy seems to be affecting a voice of considerable gravitas and choking itself in the process. This creature is called Lack. Though you cannot be certain it speaks the truth, it claims to be a spirit. You
Yeah.
approach, hoping to ask about the maiden. But with blinding speed, Lack zooms behind Laddie, putting her between you as a shield. You're the one from before, Lack says, quaking. It would appear that you're mistaking the creature for a monster and doggedly chasing after it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a monster. It's got horns and crazy flower eyes. I mean, seriously. Do you have anything you could use to make amends? No. I guess have some fruit. Do puppets eat?
You hold out an offer of reconciliation, and Lack takes it and immediately starts munching away. Between bites, it says, "You've got some good taste there." You're not really sure if the make good worked out, but in any event, Lack looks willing to listen to you now. You ask about the maiden once more, and Lack begins to talk a lot. It seems to enjoy doing so. Just as the maiden's myth handed down amongst the denizens of the island suggests, it explains, Laddie was indeed born to be the maiden here.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I had to pause a second because the previous game, the top of the cards had a VI on them, you know, a 6. And these have IV, 4. So is this the 4th chapter? Are they going to have however many more?
However, she was unable to take up her role. This has caused no small amount of distress over the island's inevitable
I'm sure that's
destiny
important.
to sink beneath the raging waves. Lack concludes with a proposal. How's about you go and meet with the other maidens and fetch the maidens' relics?
The other maidens, huh?
As you had hoped, Laddie appears to be the key to the island's salvation.
Ask what lack means in greater detail. Well, sure, I'm sure we're gonna have to answer all of them,
Laddie
so...
becomes a maiden and performs the maiden's ritual at the altar, the island can be saved.
Ask, yep. In greater detail, yep. It's like, it doesn't matter, we're going through all of them.
Home to a spirit. There are islands throughout this archipelago, and upon each dwells one of the 4 maidens who govern their own spirit. The self-proclaimed spirit explains that if you bring the maiden's relics that each of these maidens possess back to this spire, Laddie will be able to become a maiden herself. Laddie shows the
Yeah,
staff in her
obvious
hand,
bad guy is obvious.
wearing an expression that seems to say, "This is a maiden's relic."
Ask what lack means, yep.
You ask, should we kill the maidens and steal the relics?
What the hell?
Shakes her head rapidly, as if to insist
Why would you even ask
we
that?
should not do that.
That sounds horrible.
As Lack explains, each maiden has an attendant, an escort, and protector. This would make it difficult to take the relics by brute force. The world-changing immensity of what you have just learned echoes in your mind. It takes you a little while to fully digest it, but it does just so happen you've been readying a seaworthy vessel for your own purposes. You accept Lack's proposal to help Laddie become a maiden.
Aha. I mean, isn't she already a maiden, technically? Leave the tower, yeah.
So, you want me to poof you back to the entrance?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why not. Well, I haven't encountered any enemy. Well, I can always grind that. I can always grind that off
You
screen.
decide to make for the spire's exit.
Because, yeah, I haven't really encountered anything yet except the little puffball things. Return to Omega Village. Okay. Whoops. I take one step because I forgot to jump and we get right into a battle. Go figure.
And
Hey, look! Speaking of puffballs. Yes, I know about the gems. Thank you. Yes, I know how they cost. Deal damage or charge. Okay, poke with his little stick. Poking. All right. Yep. Good warrior, waste no time. Level up. Lack leveled up already. Attack down. Okay, well, now we're here.
accompanied by your new allies, you make to enter the village. But Laddie seems to find something about this idea disagreeable and clings to
Yes,
a
she
tree
says she
nearby,
didn't. She's
refusing
indicating
to
from the
budge.
beginning she didn't want to go to the village.
Oh, I got this one, says Lack, evidently with some kind of plan in mind. The fluffy creature begins to chant a sort of mysterious spell.
Wonka wacka woona waka. Okay. What the hell?
Laddie's face is transformed into that of an odd old man's. Laddie touches her transformed visage and then gives a thumbs up, perhaps as if to say, "Good job.
Who's gonna buy that?
You're a gog." But Laddie looks sideways at you as she walks into the village, her identity now safely hidden.
Yep, absolutely. You'll never tell that she's a young girl. Instead, she's a weird old man. Okay, I'm assuming we gotta go here. Oh, okay, maybe not. We go here?
You hear voices.
Oh yeah, here we
inside.
go.
Grief appears to be holding a meeting with the other villagers to ease their troubled minds. You'd better not interrupt.
Okay. Well, then let's... Oh, I guess we're going to our house.
This is your home. A desk pushed up near the wall is adorned with an unfurled map and a scattering of books. The navigation map is of your own design and depicts the various islands in this region of the sea. It contains information on the maidens of those nearby islands, culled meticulously from books and the tales of passing travelers. Before all of this, you had found yourself unable to merely sit and watch the village's decline, and so planned a voyage to seek aid from the maidens of the other islands.
So did he know about the story, didn't he? It just seems strange.
After popping into the back room, you emerge with a carefully polished ship's wheel and present it to your companions. It is the final piece of the ship you restored at the grotto. With it, you will finally be able to set sail on the voyage you have dreamed of for so long. You have made ready for the voyage, but before you set sail, you decide to stop in at the mayor's to say your farewell.
What if I don't want to? Okay, I guess we'll stop at the mayor's. I want to save the village or something.
Over the unfamiliar face behind you. And who do we have here?
Right? Well, who do we have here? It doesn't matter. My girlfriend, except she looks like an old man. I don't know. This guy just followed us into the village.
But you have no idea. He reaches over and places his hand on your forehead, checking for a fever.
Yeah, I don't know. They just followed me in the village and then around town.
Leaving the village for a little while on a voyage to save the island. You felt sure that the mayor, with his love of the village, would see you off with a smile. And yet the moment you explain that you found a maiden who can save the island, his attitude changes like the fickle sea winds, and he voices opposition to your journey. This island is destined to meet its end, he says. You can practically sense him digging his feet in. You cannot fathom why he, the mayor of the village, would believe something like that. Though each of you hold the island in your hearts, you cannot reconcile the difference of opinion. Like lovers going their separate ways after an acrimonious spat, it looks as though you will be setting out on bad terms. You believe that your desire to save the island will prove to be the right perspective.
Will it, though? Make your way to the secret grotto. Okay. Let's jump. Yes, I'll go out. And I imagine we'll be able to come back here later because I obviously haven't done anything. I haven't done actual exploring. Head to your ship. Boink.
Your ship. Your trusted companion. Once a mere wrecked husk that you labored to bring back to life with months of sweat and toil. You climb up to the stern, and with every bit of care you can muster, you attach the wheel. The final stroke upon the canvas.
It's gonna be beautimous. Oh, wait.
Your ship is finished.
Okay, it's beautiful. It really is.
The vessel's design is patterned after a great whale. There are a number of mismatched parts, but that particular quirk only makes you love it all the more. As you look over your handiwork, you realize that your companion on this upcoming journey will need a name. What would a fitting name be, you ponder?
Okay, your companions appear to look at you.
Skills? It looks like you lack a knack for nomenclature.
Oh, and I do have to. Hey, come on, Laddie doesn't talk anything.
Book, and then scribbles
here we go.
Down on it. In her small handwriting is written, "The Bon Vent."
En vente. En vente.
According to Lack, the words are a kind of prayer in the language of the spirits for safe passage when bidding one farewell on a long journey. A farewell said before long journeys. The words could make a fitting appellation for your ship. You're unsure of just how much you ought to trust Lack, or his skill with words. But nonetheless, decide to go with Laddie's suggestion.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, I guess.
Together,
the Bon Vente.
You load up the Bon Vente with the necessary provisions. Preparations for your departure are now finished.
Now then, shall we set sail? Yay, let's go.
You throw your hands upon the ship's wheel and shout, "Weigh anchor!" with gusto. Your voyage has begun.
Oh. Let's see, I'm assuming this is a chapter break, but the previous song just was stuck in my head. Tale of Departure. Chapter 1 is finished. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, look at the cute little piece.
The ship had long since forgotten the taste of seawater. It nonetheless cuts through the waves like a fillet knife through fresh fish.
It's a cute little piece. Anyway, okay, so I'll probably just do that, like, I'll break it up in chapters like I did the previous game. So we'll end it here. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, ring that bell, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Otherwise, I will see you all later.